Okay, so I'm going to be testing the sequential shooting. I'm going to use the high sequential shooting to shoot Jerry. Now, I'm going to do it for portraits of Jerry, just when she's standing, because sometimes dogs move their face and you can catch the eyes, you know, certain movements. And if you do a fast sequential, it's probably overkill to do fast sequential shooting for that. But if you can get that shot of the certain look, that'll help. In high sequential shooting, it only focuses on the first shot and locks the exposure for that first shot. For moving targets, it's better to use sequential low, because then that will, and then you set it on continuous autofocus, and that way it'll focus with each shot, like that. Let's give it a go and see what we can do. Jerry, you come here. You come here. All right, and you stay there. You sit. That's a good girl. You sit. Yes, good girl. You sit there. All right, and don't move. No, hey, Jerry, come here. Come here. Yes, you sit. Stand there. Sit there. You sit there. Yes, you sit there. Wait. Hey, Jerry. Okay, so for sequential shooting, you can get it through the super control panel. So it's this one here. You can use the front dial to change it around, or if you want to get into it, the single, anti-shock, silent, then high sequential, which doesn't have anti-shock but it has silent, low, anti-shock, silent, and then you got your timers, 12, 2 seconds, and then there's one here called custom self timer. Press the info, how many seconds you want to wait before it takes the first shot, and then this one here you can say how many actual shots you want to take. So you can go up to like 10 shots, I think, and then how many seconds in between each one of those shots, and if you want to autofocus on each of the shots. Now that's good for, like, instead of going back to the camera and taking another photo, you can take like 10 shots, you know, while you're in front of the camera, like self timer. But I think what most people use it for is for bracketing. So I'll show you later what I mean by that. Up. Let's try action then. Yes, that's it, Jerry. That's it. Stay there. So now you want to sit down, Jerry, because the grass was wet. Is that the reason? All right, let's try now. I'm supposed to be sitting on the towel, Jerry, not you. Huh? I could probably go to single and just using aperture. You don't really need high speed. Oh, Jerry, stop licking. Hey, you want it? Jerry, yeah. You want to go? Yes, Jerry. Just take a heap of photos. You don't really need that high sequential. I guess it's good to catch the ultimate moment, but it's a bit too much. I saw a video where you can do the My Sets. Function button 1 set to My Set 1 to make it for low sequential shooting things in motion. And function button 2, I use that to use it for single shots where things aren't moving. So you can easily flip between one and the other. So for instance, this is going to be my action setup. First, I went to continuous autofocus, sequential low. Turn off the image stabilization because I'm going to be using a high shutter speed anyway. To get a good metering, I put it on center weighted because I'll be centering in on the actual subject. I also did this one here. I changed it to that 9 box one. I'll put it in shutter priority. Okay. And let's pump it up to 2000. 2000 will catch it, will catch anything. So I'm going to put that into my set 1. Now I need to assign it to a function. So I go to the control, button dial, button function, and button function 1, the back one there, I'll put that at my set 1 there. For single shots, when Jerry's not moving around too much, I'll make that into aperture priority. I'll put it at single autofocus. That one I'll move to single. I'll turn on image stabilization back again. I don't need faces because I'm going to be doing animals. Now I'll assign that to function 2, my set 2, sorry. So that's now at my set 2, and then go back to the button dial, and then I'll pick this one, the function 2, as my set 2. And then while I'm here, function 3, what I'll do with that, I'll put that as magnify so I can zoom in and see if I'm in focus. Yep, that's it. So now when I press function 1, it jumps to my set 1. See how the shutter, it went to shutter speed now. Then I'll go to my set 2. Then it went to the single aperture one, so I want to take single shots. And then the function button 3 zooms in. So I got a shitload of tennis balls. I find them down the park every day. Jerry finds them. Go get them. That was useless. Ready? Go get them. It's supposed to be continuous autofocus. That's shit. It didn't autofocus at all. Anyway, try another one. Ready? It's hard to get focus. Yes. No! Get away! Get away! Go. I don't know how many of these are turning out. Probably none. Yes, I know, Jerry, you're confused. I'm confused. And I'll go to the dog park because there's no birds around here. You can utilize the bracketing system by taking 3 different shots at different exposures. So if you've got on a tripod and you don't want to shake the camera each time you press the button, because you've got to press the button 3 times, so you can use this custom timer and you say like wait 2 seconds before the first shot and then wait 1 second after each shot and only have 3 shots, and then that'll do it. So okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. So you can see you need a lot of practice, well I do anyway, for using sequential shooting and trying to get everything in focus really. The EM10 Mark II is not the best with continuous autofocusing when you're using the sequential, but it's good enough for what I need. And you're going to get one of the shots, or you're not going to be 100% with the autofocus anyway, even if so I got a couple of shots in there, I'm happy with that. So but yeah, it's a practice game, panning. And the hardest part I found was getting your focus. That's why I used the 9-box one, and even that was hard. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next one.
Hey, take off.
Still a fakushind.
Quando mostrar legal com
Start. Está a hora da start. You don't like it, Jerry? You don't like it?